Welcome to another Meeples and Milkshakes Board Game Cafe unboxing video. I'm Jim and we have 5 boxes from a few different places to unbox today. Let's get right to it. All right, first up we have a restock of Irish Gauge, which is a really fun, quick train game. It's a very lightweight train game that has buying shares in companies and collaboratively placing track for the different companies to try to maximize your points among the shareholders of the company. This game will play in about 45 minutes, which is just awesome for a game of this kind, and it's a lot of fun. One of these is reserved for somebody already, and the other 2 will go on the shelf. Next up, for the first time, I'm feasting my eyes on God's Love Dinosaurs by Pandasaurus Games. Look at the beautiful components on this game. And we have at least 1 special ordered, maybe 2. This is a 2 to 5 player game, takes 45 to 60 minutes. As you can see, there's a modular board of tiles and really wicked dinosaur meeples and nice egg components and everything like that. It says here it's a cheeky, wild, and timeless take on the scientific tale as old as life itself by Spiel des Jahres nominated designer Casper Lapp of Magic Maze fame. There's resource management and other things like that in this game. Looks very fun, and yeah, so this will be available very, very soon, probably by the time you're watching this video. Gods love dinosaurs, which is of course ironic because if they really did, they'd still be around. Next up, we have a restock of Scooby-Doo Betrayal at Mystery Mansion. This is a small box version of Betrayal at House on the Hill with a Scooby-Doo theme, and it's very fun. It has 25 scenarios in it, which means there's a ton of replayability in here, and who doesn't love Scooby-Doo and mysteries, right? So there we go, Scooby-Doo. Then a restock of the game that I've played more than any in the last few years, with the possible exception of Gloomhaven, which is Arkham Horror, the card game, an amazing cooperative living card game by Fantasy Flight Games. The core set supports 1 or 2 players, and it's great solo and great as a pair. If you do have 2 copies, you can play 3 or 4 players. Most people play it at 1 or 2. I'm playing it at 4 with another couple. Me and my wife play with another couple, but most people don't play it like that. But just so you know, it does support it. It's a great game that has tons of content available for it now. There's lots of campaign expansions you can buy that have, you know, full 8-part, 8 scenario campaigns. It's a lot of fun. Definitely recommend this. It's very highly rated for a good reason. It's just an amazing game. Next up, we have a restock of the Dream Eaters Deluxe Expansion. This is one of the 5 or 6 deluxe expansions. You can see that here comes with a bunch of cards. There are 2 scenarios in here. So there's scenario cards that, you know, help you tell the story of these 2 scenarios, and there's also additional cards to add to augment your player decks that you will be building through the course of the campaign as you gain experience and use that experience points to upgrade your deck with better and better cards. Definitely a fun one. I have not played the Dream Eaters yet. I am still playing the Forgotten Age campaign, and I think Dream Eaters might be 2 from there, Circle Undone and then Dream Eaters if I remember correctly, but I look forward to getting into this one someday. Next up, we have a special order. This is the Star Wars X-Wing Heralds of Hope Squadron Pack. You can see it has 3 very cool ships in it, and this is an upgrade for the X-Wing 2nd edition game by Fantasy Flight, and it's a lot of fun, that game. I have not played X-Wing in a while, but I've always enjoyed it when I played it, and we have quite a few customers here who ask for special orders of new stuff when they get sent by Fantasy Flight. So there's one. There's at least 1 more in this shipment. All right, first up in this box, sticking out, is The Quick and the Undead. Shoot first, ask never. Interesting, there's a Canadian flag right on the back of the box. That jumped right at me when I looked at the back of the box. This is by Inside Up Games, designed by Daryl Andrews and Adrian Adamescu. This is a 1 to 6 player game. It says here on the box, the town of Westfort has been overrun with undead. As leader of the band of outlaws, you will fight your competitors for control of Westfort by clearing out the undead that plague every corner of the town. Choose your actions in secret, assign your outlaws to action spaces, and duel over common goals. Earn, steal, and shoot your way to victory by controlling unique buildings, fending off your opponents, and exterminating the undead. Can you survive the ghastly horde and claim Westfort as your own? Now, I'm trying to remember if I originally ordered this for the cafe library or not. I'm thinking maybe I didn't. I just wanted to have this in. It looked like a really neat game. And I like games that play up to 6 players. They're kind of hard to find. And yeah, so there we go. It's a quick 30 to 60 minute game. The Quick and the Undead. The last time we ordered Burger Academy, we brought in 1 copy, and I specifically said that we were bringing it in for the cafe library. But forgot about that fact when I was updating the website, and I put it on the website, and within 12 hours of that or less, it was sold. And it was a good thing we hadn't opened our copy yet, because it had to go out to somebody, and it did. But this time, this copy is going in the cafe library, I promise. We're not going to make that mistake again, and I'm really looking forward to try this. This is a ingredient stacking game and a push your luck game, and it looks just perfect for the cafe, and I cannot wait to try this Burger Academy. Next up, we have a restock of Architects of the West Kingdom. Had sold out of that. It's a very, very fun and excellent worker placement game by Shem Phillips and Renegade Game Studios, and definitely one to try out. It has some very unique mechanisms, including some push your luck aspects. You're building up more and more workers on each of the spaces to make those spaces more and more valuable to you, and eventually you'll push your luck too far and somebody will take all those workers and put them in jail, and then you have to try to get them back before you run out of meeples. You definitely don't want to run out of meeples in this game. Awesome game, lots of fun, Architects of the West Kingdom. Then we have an expansion for Tapestry, the for some reason maligned game by Stonemaier Games, maybe because it's billed as a civilization game and it's not what people expect from a civ game, so people get all, upset about that, I guess. But you know what, Tapestry is a good game. Don't worry about what it says that it's a civilization game. It's just a good game, and this is the first expansion for it. And one of the things I love about Tapestry is the awesome components, and you can see on the back of the box these beautiful painted buildings that they come with, and there's even way more of those in the box from Tapestry. It's just a gorgeous game to look at, and it's a fun one to play. And so this is the first expansion, and I'm happy to support this game because I think it is really good and it deserves your attention. Certainly doesn't deserve the reputation that it got early on, and I hope that over time people will turn around and, well, the more people try this, I think the better the reputation will get, because a lot of people are staying away just because of the reputation, and it's totally undeserved in my opinion. So Tapestry Plans and Ploys is now available. Another restock here, we have Coup. Coup is a very fun hidden role social deduction game. We're sold out, and we constantly sell out, so we got a number of copies this time so that we'll have enough for a little while. And I love this game. It plays great in the cafe. I enjoy teaching it to people. It's super easy to teach and really fun, and you always hear lots of laughter from the table that's playing Coup. And then we have a box in the box that we have to cut open. Here's a full case of one of our favorite games of 2020, The Fox in the Forest Duet. This is the cooperative trick-taking game for 2 players, and it is so much fun. This little box actually contains a board. It's not just a card game, it's also a board game. There's a tiny little board that's the size of this box, and there's a little pawn on it, and cooperatively you're trying to move the pawn along a path, and I really wish they would show the board on this box. They don't. But there's a little pawn that moves along a path towards one player or the other, and the pawn will move depending on who wins the tricks. And it's a cooperative game, so you're trying to engineer who wins the tricks by playing cleverly. You're not allowed to talk about what cards you have, but you are allowed to talk about strategy. The cards, there's not just numbers on the cards like a lot of trick-taking games. As you can see on the back of the box, some of the cards have special powers, and those can help you mitigate bad luck and in card draws and things like that. It's an awesome game, quite easy to teach, quite easy to play. Usually we'll play a couple rounds of this because it's just fun, and if you don't win, you just want another try, you want to win. So we've brought an entire case because we are constantly talking up this game to people, and we sell a lot of it, and we want to make sure we aren't running out again like we just did. So now we have lots, and hopefully will last us a little while. And now we can continue talking about it to people. We'll have it right up at the front counter. That's Fox and the Forest Duet. Ooh, exciting. Here we have the Capstone Games game by Uwe Rosenberg, New York Zoo. We have a couple of these already spoken for. A couple of them are still going to be available. Since it's a Uwe Rosenberg game, there should be no surprise that there are pentomino, tetramino shapes. 127 cute little animals included. That is overwhelmingly awesome. This is a 1 to 5 player game that plays in a quick 30 to 60 minutes. And you're constructing an animal park, which shouldn't be too big a surprise with the name New York Zoo. It says here, build animal encounters, introduce new animals, and raise their offspring. The gameplay is straightforward as you only have 2 turn options. Puzzle a new enclosure tile into your zoo area or gain new animals to populate your encounters. But be sure to time your actions well since you want your zoo to participate in as many animal breedings as possible. Very cool looking game. Like I've always said, Capstone Games only puts out good games. It's pretty much an insta-buy, anything from Capstone, for me anyway. I have yet to play a Capstone game that I didn't love. New York Zoo, I'm sure, will be among those. This looks like a lot of fun, and Uwe Rosenberg is a great designer. So this looks like a match made in heaven. And for the couple of you who are waiting, you'll be happy to see this is finally here. You've been waiting for a while. And for the rest of you, go check it out and try to snag a copy before they're gone. Hopefully we'll be able to get more. And as I mentioned, we have some more special orders for X-Wing. Here we have the HMP Droid Gunship. That's a neat looking Star Wars ship. And then we also have the TIE RB Heavy. Wow, it really is a heavy TIE fighter. Quite neat. Never seen something like that. And then the LAAT-1 gunship, another very neat looking ship from the Star Wars universe. There it is, all playable in the Star Wars X-Wing 2nd Edition system, and all special ordered, because I wish we could, but we don't have the room to stock X-Wing, but we can get stuff in. And yeah, so if you want to play X-Wing and you want to get into this, just let me know and we can get the ships that you want, as long as they're in stock at our distributors. And clearly the stuff that is new, like that, we'll be able to get those for you. Now I'm finding in this box some little elephants, and these must be some free promos to go along with those copies of New York Zoo. These are cute little elephants with pink ears. I like them. So thank you very much to Capstone for sending these along to include to our loyal customers. Now, I want to point this out. This is kind of important. This is an incentive that some publishers give to people who pre-order games. And they will often offer these, you know, when they sell games directly on their own website. So Capstone, if you bought this from Capstone, you would have gotten one of these. But they don't want to leave retailers high and dry without those nice incentives. So they also offer them to retailers like us. So on the first shipment that we get from, or I should probably say the distributor's first shipment that they get from Capstone, they will include enough for one for each copy. So that means that there's a benefit to pre-ordering these games because often they come with goodies like this. You've seen this in some of the other videos, and this is another example of why it's good to pre-order games. And just because you're not ordering it direct from the publisher doesn't mean that you can't get the cool little promo that comes with it, because you still can. Next up, we have a couple Arkham packs. This is pack 3 and 4 from the Circle Undone campaign, For the Greater Good. and Union and Disillusion, scenarios 3 and 4. So these packs will have 60 cards. Every pack of For the Greater Good has the same 60 cards. It's not like a collectible card game where they're random. So you know exactly what you're getting in any pack that you buy for a living card game like Marvel or Arkham. These are great. Again, like I said, I haven't played Circle Undone or Dream Eater yet. I'm looking forward to doing that. I've played through the first 3 campaigns and they're just awesome. And yeah, looking forward to getting these. Okay, first up we have a special order. We can get more of these, and actually we did. I just remembered I ordered 2. This is Adventure Games The Dungeon by Cosmos. It's another one of those games that you use a helper app to play. It's an adventure story game, and this one in particular is very well regarded. And the concept is by Phil Walker Harding and Matthew Dunstan, who are also well regarded in the industry. So again, this one is special ordered. This one will be available, and I think we are going to get it in the cafe library as well. Next up, another new game by Pandasaurus Games. This is Stefan Bendorf's Ohanami, and it is a little card game. It says here, we'll show you both sides of the box. Ohanami is a draft of gardens season after season. You'll need to know which cards to keep and which cards to offer to your opponents. And it's from the designer of the hit The Game. The Game is an awesome game, and it's just unfortunate that it's called The Game because it's pretty much impossible to search for on Google. Very poor idea, but this is a much better name for a game. This one looks like a lot of fun. I love the art style on it and definitely recommend you check it out. We have plenty right now at meeples.ca and in store. A little while ago I showed you Architects of the West Kingdom, also restocking the expansion Age of Artisans, which I haven't played yet, but I would like to eventually, because I love all the games in these series, and the expansions are really good too. Look at that. Here it is. We have 2 copies, both spoken for, of Heroes Feast. We will be getting more. They're sold out at distributors, so they didn't even send our entire order of this, but at least we got 2, and that covers the pre-orders that we had for it. This is the official D&D cookbook. Spoiler alert, one of them is mine, so that means I can actually crack it. This is going to be my copy since I just cracked it. Oh, that's a nice picture. But it's an actual cookbook of stuff that sort of makes sense in the D&D world. About this book, Creating Food and Water. Wow, weird. Okay, so Traveler Stew. Flour, pepper, stew meat, vegetable oil, dark beer, low sodium beef broth, sweet paprika, etc. Full recipes for a lot of really cool looking foods, and some D&D content as well. It's talking about here, these pages, I saw a drow elf sticking out to me. Oh, elven bread, we actually made this. In the spring, they were promoting this online, and they posted the recipe for elven bread, and we actually made elven bread. It's one of the early pictures on our Instagram feed, and it was quite yummy, and maybe we'll make some elven bread to sell at the store, because why not? It's super yummy. Ah, of course. It's another case of Calico, the game that continues to sell fantastically here. Makes us so happy because it's a cute game where you are laying tiles to make a quilt to attract, a calico quilt to attract cats. Not necessarily calico cats like the one on the box, which isn't a calico cat, which annoys some people, but you're making calico quilts. And this is a cool game by Flat Out Games and published by AEG. Kevin Russ is the designer, and we have sold a lot of these, especially to people named Jason who like to come roughly at the same time to get it. I looked at a previous video for more info on that. We're happy to have another case so that we will have enough for a little while longer. Just an awesome game. Please do take a look at the reviews for this online. It's great. People have been playing it at the cafe, playing our cafe library copy as well, and really having a lot of fun with it. So that is Calico. And that is the end of this unboxing. That's all 5 boxes are now done, including the box in a box. So maybe that's 6 boxes. Thanks very much for watching the video. The website will be updated probably even before this video goes up. So check that out, meeples.ca, where you can find all of our games that are in store and available to ship across the country very affordably. Do please come and check out the cafe, which is now open and serving great food. Xavier, you can pan the camera to show the menu, all the great food that we have here, which is super yummy. And Xavier is responsible for most of it. He does a great job. Definitely want to come and try everything. Yeah, so thanks again. Please do like this video if you enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up and share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell. You'll get notified when we post these videos, so you'll know what games are now available. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.